Get situated. If you can, find a comfortable seated position. That could be in a chair, that could be on a mat, on the floor, on your bed. You know, just find some place where you can relax and you can kind of meditate. Because that's what we'll be doing today, is having a little conversation and meditating with the amazing, super cool, wicked Morgan Hutson.
Hello.
So much love.
So much love. Thank you for having me, Jasmine.
Yeah. Grab some water. Obviously, I have this big bottle of alkaline water.
I love it. I need to get like you. I just have a little bit of purified water over here myself.
Girl. I usually don't drink water out of a cup anymore. I just drink it out the jug.
Bottles make it easy. It's just like, it's so easy. It's like, oh, this is something I need to drink out of.
Exactly.
Oh.
That's the logic I have, at least.
You know what? And this is why we are here together, because we are on the same wavelength, okay?
Space, affirming each other.
Here, you and I.
Thank you for joining today.
Yeah.
You know, it's a Saturday and people have a lot of things that they're focusing on, whether it's self-care from the week. I know this week was very heavy. A lot of changes, a lot of shifts have happened, not only socially, but economically, health-wise. So we want to be present in all of that today. That's what my goal is. To kind of help us get grounded. And what a time to use this because of what's going on. I haven't in the other sessions talked about a lot of what is going on socially and civil rights wise. But I feel like today is a good day to acknowledge, especially because we are going to be sitting in a lot of that energy.
Yeah.
So I want to take a moment and honor the Black and brown individuals, male, female, transgender, whatever sexual orientation, religion, economic background, who has been affected by police brutality, racism, white supremacy, slavery, anything of that nature. I want to take a moment and honor them with some silence because I think it's needed and we need to sit in that energy and know that we need to change and we need to shift. A lot of shifts are going to be happening and we need to prepare ourselves for those shifts. So let's take a moment. Let's take a moment. So you can begin opening your eyes. Thank you for taking a moment with me to honor those who have been lost. It's important for me to do things like this because I'm not only an HS patient, but I'm a Black woman. So I can't do sessions like these and summits like these without acknowledging that and showing honor to that. So thank you for holding space for that. I appreciate that so much. So we are going to get into this session. I don't know, I can already sense the energy right now before we get into this. Know that if any emotions come up during this, it's okay. This is a safe space. You are okay, you are safe. And if you need to cry, if you laugh, if you need to giggle, if you're upset, feel all of that, be present in that. And that's what we're going to be working on, is being comfortable in our bodies with all the emotions on the spectrum. We have to ground ourselves. And that's what I've been trying to do all my life. So I just want to extend a piece of that. And I have a friend, Morgan Hutson, Supercoolwicked, that I met back in Detroit, such an amazing soul through and through, not just because of her talents, but because of her energy, her mind, her body, and her soul. And I want to introduce her to you because of who she is. And I want to provide the opportunity for her to tell you a little bit more about what her practices are and who she is. Thank you so much, Morgan.
Thank you, Jasmine. Hello, everyone. My name is Morgan Hutson. As an artist, I go by Supercoolwicked. I am a musician. I am an actor and a teaching artist and just an all-around lover in general. In my practice, I focus on, all parts of my practice are focused on finding freedom within myself and in turn allowing others to find freedom within themselves. So I just released a musical project last year. It's called High Gloss, and it was all about liberation. We kind of took a journey from the self to the oneness of everything on that project, and we liberated ourselves. So yeah, that's the gist of my artistry. I also just finished a play called Cleopatra Boy, in which we peeled back the layers of kind of lies that we're told by our communities, right? And the lies that we perpetuate by being silent. And I think that all of that work is very important right now with the current moment that we're in. We are in such a pivotal, stressful moment, and art is such a sacred and safe, if we allow it, space to be in this current moment, and in all moments really, but especially in moments of turmoil and rapid change and things bubbling up to the surface. I want to speak to my influences musically because I think they influenced my spirituality. I've been doing a lot of recollecting and just taking my whole self into account, my past, my present, and just thinking about what I want the future to look like. And so when I thought about my past and my upbringing, some of my favorite artists were popular in the 70s, like Stevie Wonder. You think of Parliament Funkadelic, and just a lot of artists at that time were so explorative of the notion of love and oneness. And I think that definitely seeped into my psyche as a child and kind of nurtured this environment for my spirituality now. I think that's it about my practice. Thank you, Rana.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So can you introduce us to what sound bathing is? A lot of individuals who are attending might not know exactly what this is, what it involves, and how it helps. So I would love to go through those different questions.
Yeah, so essentially we are vibrational expressions, right? Everything, the whole universe is one big vibrational expression. So different things operate on different frequencies. Our frequency is slow enough to where we can be seen and see each other, right? And we can touch and be touched. But sound is also a frequency. So in using these crystal bowls, we are kind of harmonizing ourselves with our own thoughts and feelings and also our environment around us. So I have these mallets and these bowls, which are made of quartz crystals. And for those of us who are not as familiar with crystals, quartz is a healing crystal, and it amplifies the intention that you set with the stone, right? So some people sit and meditate with their stones. I have some stones in front of me right here. You can't really see them. But quartz is a cleansing stone. It's an amplification stone, and it can help cleanse your aura. And I know that we're grounding, but we're also doing, extra body work. But that's what I call it. So we're thought to have a bunch of different bodies. We're thought to have a physical body, there is a spiritual body, there's an aura, there's an ethereal body, and all of these kind of are extensions of you. There's the higher self, and they're all kind of working in tandem. So as we know, the mind and body are connected. I like to think that the mind controls the body and not the other way around. But sometimes, our bodies can betray us, right? We can see that with disease all around. And especially with HS. I know that it is a physical fight, but it's also very much a mental battle as well. So this can help kind of heal, allow you to, make space for yourself inside of yourself and find what you need to heal. So I use these mallets to strike the bowl. I use this one to strike. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. It's a rubber mallet. And then this one's a suede mallet. And you kind of just go around the bowl. And by circling the bowl with the bolt and or striking the bowl, we create a healing sound. And because these are bowls, they're kind of like bells, so there's kind of a double amplification going on. So whatever intentions you set before we begin our healing will be amplified, and so will the sound. Is there anything else I wanted to say about sound bowls? I'm trying to think. Just know that sound is a very powerful healing tool. And know that you are a very powerful healing tool. This does not heal you. You decide to heal yourself. So you find things that can help and amplify that healing energy, right? So I want you to take that into account in this healing. So what's going to happen is you are going to find a comfortable position. I recommend that you lay down, find some good headphones and a good speaker, and get cozy because we're about to take a nice little ride.
Did you want to pull a card before or after?
I wanted to do it before. Okay. So in order to prepare ourselves for, let's see, so disable the first two and leave the third one. Yes, correct, Steph. Thank you for asking. Before we get into everything, I just want to give you time to kind of set your space. So before I do any of my meditative practices or spiritual practices, I try to set the space and set the intention within the space. So first I wanted to cleanse the space. I have some sage right here, broken up. I'm gonna just light it. If you have any sage or cleansing materials that you like to use, go ahead and use those right now.
I have Palo Santo, so if you have that, that'd be great too.
That works too. If you have some Florida water, that works. And you just want to cleanse your body. Take some deep breaths while you cleanse your body. I feel so good. Oh my God, this feels great right now. Mm-hmm. And we're going to begin to breathe deeply. So I want you to breathe into your stomach. And you should feel your stomach expand when you breathe in. And when you breathe out, imagine that you are taking the deepest sigh of your life. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. You are releasing. We are coming off of the tail end of a full moon. And this was a full moon eclipse. It's the first of 3 eclipses this summer. And it was in Sagittarius, which is a kind of disruptive sign, but also a lucky sign. Its planet is Jupiter. And there was also an eclipse. So this is bringing up all of the things that were kind of bubbling under the surface for so long. So that's why we're seeing this uprising going on, this beautiful uprising. And, you may be feeling things that you haven't felt in quite a while. A lot of old stories are coming back and bubbling up inside of us so we can finally deal with them and release them for good. That's what happens on a full moon. The full moon is about release. The new moon is about setting intentions. So that brings me to my next point. After you have cleansed your body, I like to light incense. So if you like to, have good smells or light your candles, go ahead and do so right now. Take your time. You have nothing but time. We are creating a sacred space. You are in a sacred space. You are safe. You are calm. You are good. You are a spirit having an experience in a human body. So recognize your power, your innate power. Okay, remember to breathe deeply in through the nose. Hold it for a second and release through the mouth on a sigh of relief. And I'm going to ask that we all mute our microphones. So now that we've set our space with the burning of the sage or the cleansing and filling our space with good smells, I want us all to just focus, and we're going to focus on an intention of self-love, inner peace, strength to fight all of the good fights that we are fighting, power to and for the people, and releasing of things that are no longer serving us. All right. So with that, I imbue the energy of all of those intentions in our cards. I call in the ancestors, angels, spirits of all of our highest good, ascended masters to come to us today. Call on God, the universal energy of love, to come on this journey with us today. I ask for healing and grounding, clarity and strength. And I pull a card to help clarify what the collective needs right now. Take this time to call on your honorable ancestors, angels, ascended masters, any spiritual entity that you feel can help guide you, hold you, protect you, love on you during this time. And I'm going to pull a card. So this is a card. Lovely. I got this card this morning. I don't know if you can see it. So we got the Magic Guardian, who tells us to unlock the magic within. Each of us has something to share. Each of us has something to bring to the table. Each of us has something that we can bring to the world to make it a better place, to make it a safer place, to make it a more loving space. Remember, you are love. All right, so let's quiet our minds and remain breathing. Take a deep breath in. Hold. Release. Take a deep breath in. Hold. Release out of the mouth. Breathing deeply in through the nose, we gather in the breath. We hold and we release. Keep breathing in, releasing, breathing in and releasing, breathing in, releasing, breathing in, And releasing. If you find that your mind starts to wander, be gentle with yourself. Gently guide it back to this practice, okay? Breathing in, releasing. You are fully capable of giving, receiving, and being loved. All right, on this next breath in, we are going to imagine a white light shining over our bodies. And release. And with every inhale, that light grows brighter and brighter. Release. And the light keeps growing. And surrounding our bodies. And soon, you are engulfed in a bright white healing light. Feel the sensation on your body of the light. Feel it dance at the top of your skull, at the top of your head, swirling around. You breathe and allow it to permeate, lighting up all of the corners of our mind, allowing us to connect to all there is. And release. And as you release, you move down to between the eyebrows, to the third eye. Breathing in and out. Opening up the third eye to receive clarity, pure vision. Good. Breathing in and out. As we breathe deeper, the light goes deeper into our bodies, lighting up the throat chakra. This is communication. This is speaking truth to power. This is truth. How do you really feel? What do you really think? What would you like to share with the world? How do you want to take up space? Do you feel comfortable with taking up space? Allow. Good. And on the next inhale, we are going to go down into our heart chakra. Breathing in into our bellies, letting that light permeate throughout our bodies, letting it ooze down into the heart chakra. We focus on love of self and of the whole entire universe around us. Wonderful. Feel the connection with every single thing there is. Good. Good, good, good. Wonderful. Moving down into the solar plexus chakra. The light begins to burn yellow. And the top of your stomach is filled with vitality and solar energy. Breathing in and out. Wonderful. Getting energy from all that is around us. Breathing in prana. Exhaling. Releasing. Allowing your muscles to relax. Realizing our tension and allowing it to let go. Be free. Good. And on the next inhale, we go down into our sacral chakra. And the light begins to turn orange. We inhale and we exhale, and the light grows brighter This is where our desires sit, our wants. This is where the individuality begins. This is our likes and our dislikes. Breathing in and releasing. And on this next inhale, we ground ourselves and root down into our root chakra. Feeling the sensations, feeling pulsations, seeing red light now. Wonderful. This is our needs. Our childhood, the things that have to be provided for us to live a full and loving life. This is the base, this is the material. Breathing in and out. Allowing the energy to go down into your legs. Feel it in your thighs. Inhaling and exhaling deeply. Remembering to be kind and gentle with ourselves. Ashe, ashe, ashe.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. This was an experience. I don't even know how to articulate it yet, but I felt sort of like my hand vibrating towards the end, my fingertips. Um, so I feel at peace. I feel grounded. Um, Let us know how you're feeling right now um, in the chat, whether in the Q&A, if you have some questions about what we just experienced, if you were just an observer, whether you felt the energy or you're questioning it, just let us know how you're feeling.
And if you don't feel comfortable doing that, or you want to do more, I recommend all of the thoughts and feelings and visions and things you heard, you record them somehow. I like to keep a journal for my practice. And if I get any messages, I write them down. Um, and I just want to, say that you may not feel the effects now, or you may have thought that you were having a hard time getting into it and feeling it, but the work is still being done. Um, it's all vibration, right? And we just experience these healing vibrations together. So just, allow them to work their way into your life and just observe yourself over these next few days. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you can, stick with the sound healing practice. I would definitely recommend it. There are a lot of videos on YouTube with sound bowl meditations and healings, and just binaural beats, which are kind of similar. I like to work with those sometimes in my meditation as well. They can help harmonize your frequency and attune you to certain specific things. Like if you're trying to open up your crown chakra, you can look up a crown chakra healing, a bowl healing, or a binaural beat healing. I am partial to 432 hertz. That is the frequency believed to be in harmony with the universe and creation. Yeah, let me know how you feel. Thank you all for experiencing this with me, allowing me to share with you all. I feel so much right now. So just, yeah, take a deep breath, drink lots of water. This is a releasing time. Good. Awesome, awesome, calm and comfortable. That's what we like to hear. We love that. So, just take your time, allow it to integrate, drink lots of water, eat good foods, pay attention to what came up, what's coming up, what will be coming up over the next couple of days with this full moon. And going into next month, we have 2 more eclipses after this one. So again, a lot of things are going to be bubbling up to the surface, and it's important to just take your time and deal with them. I think it's very important right now that we tap into what I call the heart space, which is the oneness within the material realm. It kind of connects the upper and lower realms. I don't know if you guys felt sensations in any parts of your body specifically, but I do know that when I first experienced sound bowls, I felt it in very specific pieces of my body. It was like it was kind of creeping up the chakra system. For those of you who know what that is, for those of us who don't know what that is, that's just like the main energy wheels within your body. They kind of operate like wheels. They're centers. So there's 7 main ones that go up and down the spine. We started with the crown in our meditation, and then worked our way down to the 3rd eye, then the throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus at the top of the stomach. 3 fingers below the belly, we have our sacral chakra. And at the bottom, at our perineum, we have our root chakra. So we kind of worked all of those out today. So you may be feeling tired or super energized, but just know that you did a lot of good work, and give yourself a pat on the back.
Yes, yes. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Just a few things. I'm going to do the giveaway off of the webinar because I just want us to be present in what we're doing right now, and what we're feeling. I thank you so much for holding space. I thank you, Morgan, for lending us your gifts, your voice, your mind, your body, and your soul. I appreciate it so much. Sessions like these I feel like are important, not only for HS patients, but for people in general. Some people might label it as very hippie-ish, but there's no religion or anything tied to these practices. These are practices that have been used to heal ourselves for centuries. So I always encourage people to be very open-minded when it comes to healing practices, because we can find something new about ourselves and about the world. Always go just a little bit further than where you're comfortable, I always say. So thank you so much for allowing me to show you a piece of my practices when I'm not feeling the best and when I need to be grounded. This is for you. I hope you adopt this principle or this modality. And like Morgan was saying, binaural beats on YouTube are great. And maybe you can invest in your own singing voice.
Yeah, and all it takes is one, one at a time. If you need to build one and then get the other, get the next, it's fine. There's also Tibetan bowls, which are mostly made of copper. Yes, I love those. Jasmine, oh, you should hit it once for us. Just play it a little bit. Yeah, and all of these are, pieces of the puzzle. Your healing is a very personal journey, and it's a never-ending one because this planet is filled with pain. We can acknowledge that, but it also is filled with such beauty and wondrous things. And before I leave, I just wanted to revisit our card, the Magic Guardian. I'm going to read to you the passages written about her. So her message is to stop looking outside of yourself and recognize that you have power within. Magic is the energy of the universe that allows you to manifest and create through the direction and power of your will. It changes according to your frequency. So we've just elevated our frequencies and now we can work with our own magic, okay? It is a representation. So this woman right here, she's a representation of the angel of magic who helps you direct your will to bring something into creation. She is the angel who swirls around the shamans and wise ones when they are calling of the energy of magic to help them manifest something that will be healing and supportive of their path. You are the magic. You are the answer. You have it all within. If you've been searching for an answer or a reason to focus, recognize that all you are looking for is already within you. You are a powerful and magical person with the capacity to direct your intentions and your will and your desires into being. But your power can only be powerful when you own it. So take time and acknowledge it. Recognize your gifts now.
That's powerful. That's a good note to end on. I love that.
So you heard the cards. Own it. Own every piece of yourself. Jasmine, I want to thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you everyone for attending.